This is the NCE Power Cab Complete DCC Starter Set with an MSRP of just under $200 and discounts available where you can get it from places like trainworld.com for around $156. Let's see what you get in the box. So this power cab is a very long box. We're just going to slide it out here and turn this around. Now this is sealed, so that way there's no tampering or anybody claiming that it's not a new product. We're taking products that aren't brand new and trying to sell them as new, so I'm going to go ahead and break this seal. Alright, we're going to open the box for the first time. The seal is broken. Read this and look at pictures. It tells you very simply how to set things up. And right here, without having to show you myself, you can see what's in the box, which is the cab itself, a PCP panel, power supply, and you got some cables included, and the reference manual. It tells you to flip it over, and it's a simple setup, especially if you've already got DCC on your layout. So we'll go ahead and unbox all these one by one and take a look at the components. So we'll start with the cab itself here. Very robust, very large handheld, as you can see. I don't have Shaquille O'Neal hands, but I have decent length hands, and this is a very robust controller. That way you don't drop it. And there is the layout of the controller. You've got direction, momentum, speed, functions listed there, macro, options, etc. And then your consist options down below. Additionally, in the box, you've got PCP here, which if you've got fascia, you're going to want to install that. For today's purposes, we'll just be hooking it up to test. As you lift this area, you'll be sure not to forget to remove this part right here. So you'll set that down aside. And inside the box on the underside, you've got your AC adapter. And the two cables that were shown on the diagram, including this braided cable here. Or last but not least, we have the reference manual, which is very robust. Over 60 pages, almost 70 of information and charts. So we'll take a look at this manual and get this set up, show you how easy setup is, and we'll go over some very basic operation. So I've got the instructions sheet here. Everything's out of the box, which you can attribute less than a minute to. I'm going to set a timer here. Actually, stopwatch, I should say, to see how long it takes to actually set this up using the instructions listed. Now, the instructions say the first step that we are to do is plug one end of the flat cable into the heel of the power cab. So I'm going to do that. It says the flat cable, so we'll make sure that we don't mix that up. Okay, so that's done. Next step, plug the other end of the flat cable into the left-hand socket of the board. The PCP, as they call it, which I'm sure stands for something. And that is done. The red LED on the panel is on the bottom. Oh, whoops. Okay, so that would have been the right one. So there, fix that. It's giving you the orientation is what that's doing. So that is done now. And we're going to move on to attach your terminal track wires to small 2-pin connector, which I have here. And I've got the terminal track wires here. So we'll connect those. Make sure we got a good twist The next thing we're going to do is attach the terminal track wires to this connector, and we've got to back out the screw post quite a bit for my connection, so I've got a big braid of wires here. Then you just screw down until it basically gets a hold of the wires. You got a good, nice, snug connection there. We're going to do that with both wires. Next, it's telling me to enter the terminal connection here into its mate on the back, and I've done that. And now we attach the power supply by inserting the round plug into the socket back here, and that is done. And we are set up in less than 5 minutes, really, but just went over 5 minutes there. As you can see, the power cab is now powered on. Now that we're up and running with the power cab, I'm going to flip this switch over here, which puts the power cab in control. I've got this Athearn Loco up here that they are letting me borrow and play and test with. It's not even released yet. But let's see. Yep, right off the bat, we've got movement, speed control, bell, horn, everything operating very, very smoothly and with very, very quick response, no lag. So far so good on the NCE power cab. Alright, let's just go over some simple controls and buttons on this control. You've got the display here, which reads everything out. We've got all the functions listed below, which I'm going to take the time to hit 8 now and silence the locomotive. You've got direction here and momentum. You've got increase and decrease fast, so if you go 1 speed step on this, increasing jumps it up by 10, decreasing brings it down 10. You have the horn and the whistle. I'll turn the sound back on right here. These are quick access buttons for horn, whistle, bell, and headlight. All of them work. That way, if you have somebody that's not familiar with DCC, they can simply operate from these buttons, which are simple, and you don't have to remember corresponding functions. You have your option button, emergency stop button, which will bring everything to a halt, recall to get out of a menu option you've gone into, select loco, you hit that, and then you put in your number. The macro button, select accuracy button, here's the function buttons again. Did not really go into what those entail. And then select accessory is what that button is, sorry. And then you got your consist setup, clear, add, and delete, and then program, expansion, 28 or 128 speed steps, and shift. So this will bring in function 10, 11, and 12 here for your power cab. Now a couple other things I want to mention. This is a 2 amp system. It can handle about 2 or 3 HO size trains or about 4 N-scale trains. It provides all the capability and ease of use from the Power Pro system, but at an entry-level price and kind of functionality. It's really easy to hook up, as you already saw, and again, the pricing is about the mid-150s for this system. So not bad at all, and it brings you into DCC operation with a more robust controller, such as this NCE power cab, with a lot of function capability and the ability to run trains quickly. So overall, very nice product, very nice handheld overall, and I would highly recommend this for the price, especially for folks getting into DCC at a more affordable rate. With that said, that's all I've got to say about the NCE Power Cab. We'll see you next time right here on the channel. Take care.